Good morning, Mom Nation.
Good morning.
I did it right this time. I
Yeah.
timed it well. I didn't cover your good morning in applause.
Yes, there you go.
So, big week for you this week. You have an adult now.
I do. It's good morning, Ashley. Yeah, it's been weird thinking about it. It's kind of surreal knowing that I have an 18-year-old
Yeah.
because whenever I didn't have an 18-year-old 2 days ago, it still felt those couple things, right? Like I felt young and now I have an adult child. And that's so
Man,
weird to
that
me.
changed quick.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird. I'm like, ah. And then yesterday I had this really weird thing happen to me where I got an email from Apple and it was talking about how it said Soraya is now in full control of her own account based on her birth date. So her parental controls and screen time are going to be taken off. And I'm like, what the
Oh, wait, did not authorize. Did not authorize.
no. And then like Connor keeps on telling her, you're an adult now, you're a full adult. Like, stop telling her that. Like, she's still under her. But I think his reasoning is like, hey, watch what you do. Because if you
Yeah.
do something dumb or like,
Good
if you
point.
make a dumb decision, you're an adult. You're gonna have, fat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so, like that's just yeah. So anywho, it's just
It's
been weird.
permanent record stuff now.
Yeah. So it's weird, but I'm excited for her. She had a big talk this morning with her guidance counselor at school for talking about college and all that stuff. So she's just moving along and it's weird.
Yay!
So,
So, does
yeah.
she know where she's going to go? I mean, obviously, it's probably a
Yeah.
big, long conversation. We don't need to get into it, but is she going to stay close to us? Is she going to stay home and
Yeah,
go to ASU?
yeah,
Good.
she better be living here because we're paying like almost 20 grand to build a bedroom and a bathroom downstairs for her.
I know. You bet your ass you're staying home.
She is staying home. No, yeah, she's actually going to go to ASU Poly. They have a healthcare kind of program that
Way
they're going to
cool.
put her in. So she wants to be she was going to be a pediatrician, but it's just a lot of school. She's like, I don't want to do that much school. So she's going to be a nurse practitioner, which I mean, they do almost the same stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, so work in pediatrics. So that's what she's going to do.
She's so perfect for that.
Yeah, she's great with kids.
Really, truly. And I was looking at the pictures that you posted of her yesterday, and I was thinking, and maybe, this is me looking in. She's not my kid, so you'll probably have a different thought. But I was like, man, she's changed a lot.
She has changed a ton. Like just
Yeah.
her facial features, everything have changed. And it's funny, I looked back at her and her and little Connor look nothing alike, like nothing. But you look at those photos of her whenever she's a baby and they make the same expressions. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was so cute. But yeah, she it's crazy how much she's grown. And then it happened so fast. Like you see that she was like around 10, and then all of a sudden she's like a young adult. And it's like,
Yep.
but like there's the same gaps in there. She just had a weird growth spurt in her face and in her body and everything. And
she really did. And it's funny that you say that because right around that age, that's where my son is right now. And I don't know if you're going through this with yours. I think he's a bit younger though, like a year younger.
He's like a year younger, yeah.
But over the weekend, Jackson's voice started cracking.
No.
Yeah. So he's like, so there's this YouTuber he likes to watch, and I watch it with him. It's David Rule. I don't know if you've ever watched David Rule, but he builds, he'll take like a work trailer and make a camper out of it. So you just kind of like.
Does he have a friend that he works with too? Like
sometimes.
That's on it?
Sometimes.
I don't know the name of the guy that like Austin and Connor watch, but it sounds like that where he goes and he just makes all these different things, or like he made a tree house once.
Yeah. That's David. It might be David Rule.
Yeah. And fills it with like a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah. So we like to, so Jackson and I watched that together. And over the weekend, he's like, Mom, do you want to watch David Rule? I'm like, what just happened to your voice?
Oh, it's the change.
It's happening. Yeah. And I swear he woke up the next morning and his voice was just a little bit deeper. So the little like baby high pitched boy voice is going away. And I'm just so sad. Hi, Mama.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm dreading whenever that happens to Austin. Like his dad has a really deep voice. So I'm like, oh.
So it's coming.
I wonder how it's gonna sound. But he's a late bloomer, thank goodness, because he's short and he's adorable as all hell. But he's small, which I don't know where he gets it from. I mean, I'm 5'4", which I guess is not too bad for like a girl, but like his dad is, I think, like 5'11". And so like I'm like, I don't know why he's just smaller. It's
He'll
weird.
go through a
Anyway,
spurt probably.
yeah.
Jack did the
Yeah.
same, and now Jax is growing like crazy, and I swear we're getting new shoes like every 3 months. So
Yeah.
enjoy it while it lasts. It used to
Yeah.
be that I would buy him a shirt and it would last like 3 years. Right
Yeah.
now, forget it.
You're like, nope.
Yeah. Anyway, let's dive right in, guys. We've got a lot to go over, and Sonia and I are like so darn busy right now. Real estate is on fire, y'all. It is for us anyway. So we're like, we have a lot to do. Let's hurry it up.
Yeah. It's true.
So let's talk about the giveaway. So if you are just joining us and you don't know, every month we have an awesome giveaway. It's something new every month, and it is donated by the just amazingly generous members of MOMnation. So this month we have Leanne Dolan of Valley Youth Theater, and she donated a pack of 4 tickets. So theater tickets for a family of 4 to Puff's play at Valley Youth Theater. And let's see if we might maybe know a little bit about what Puffs is about. Puffs, or 7 increasingly eventful years at a certain school of magic and magic for young wizards. So calling all like what Harry Potter fans probably be into that.
Yeah, that seems like a cool one. I was trying to look at it to see if it's a popular comedy play that tells the story of the often overlooked Puff's house. Think Hufflepuffs. Ha! Harry Potter. At a magical school focusing on their loyal but less heroic experience alongside the famous boy who lived during his 7 years there, offering a humorous, fan-friendly, and sometimes raunchy look at wizarding school life.
Raunchy.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Fun choice of words right there.
Maybe it means something different than when we were growing up. I don't know. Because this is supposed to be family friendly.
I'm like, raunchy, huh?
Okay.
Maybe I'll know.
Hey, Skylar. Skylar says happy birthday to Soraya.
Thank you, Skylar.
All right, guys. So this is what we are playing to win. And as you know, on the last Wednesday of every month, so not today, next week, we will be announcing the winner of this month's giveaway. What's next? Oh, trivia. We have a trivia winner. Hey, Ashley. Ashley Parker was our first commenter today. And she won trivia last month.
Yeah. Oh, did she?
No, last week. What am I even saying? I don't know. Last month felt like last week, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What? That is true. Oh, wait. I already had her last week as trivia winner.
Yeah. So we're announcing it.
And we're saying, yes.
Yeah. Sorry. This month's been a long week, guys.
I know. We're like, what's happening? Sorry.
And it's only Wednesday.
Oh, this happened last January too for us. We're just all over the place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know why. It's just January is the month for listings. Anyway, so Ashley Parker, she won last week. She is our January trivia winner. The way that you get the trivia question, guys, and the only way that you can answer it is through our distribution list. It's a once a month email. I showed you what it looked like last week. It's our newsletter, I guess, so to speak. And it pretty much has everything that is everything for the month that is MOMnation. So it's going to have all of our podcast episodes for that month. It's just basically like a month recap. And it's all in one place, which makes things a little bit easier because I know the feed runs kind of fast here. And then also you have the chance, and sometimes there's other announcements in there too. Of course, it goes over our giveaway and gives you details about those kind of things. But you have the chance to enter to win our trivia. All you need to do is respond to that email with your answer. And if your answer is correct, you get put on a wheel. If you've been with us at all, you know what our wheels are. We probably have a couple of them today. In fact, I'm looking, and we do. So you'll see if you don't know what it is. But you get put on a wheel, and if your name gets chosen, you get 3 entries into the giveaway for the month. So it's a way to boost up your entries.
Yep.
All right. So that's that. Congratulations to Ashley. I also want to do a little shout out to those of you. Thank you so much. You listened, you heard my call. A couple of months ago, Sonia and I were looking at the events section in the group, and we're like, wow, it's boring in here. There's like nothing going on. And we ask that you place some events in our schedule or on our events calendar, and you definitely did. So thank you guys out there that heard our call and that answered it. If you want to check out any of the events that you might see scrolling the feed, or you just want to see what's coming up with our Mama members, up at the top of the group, click on events, the events tab. That will open up to whatever has been shared into the group, that's either happening now or that's coming up. So right now we have the Valentine's Day mini sessions, and that has been created by Josie Denise. So check her out if you're into getting minis for your littles. This one just popped up yesterday. This is an open house at Kitten's Corner. If you're interested in checking out what that's all about, it's a free event that is this Saturday at 10 o'clock. And then coming up on Wednesday, February 4th. So we're jumping already into February craziness. And this was created by Jessica Roth. We have a Fall in Love with Your Eyes skin tightening educational seminar kind of thing. So check that out, because as we get older, these are the kinds of things we think about, isn't it?
Yep.
And then I don't know why this event will not place itself in our event section on the group. We've tried a couple of different ways. I don't know why it's not doing it. Usually when you share an event that's created from an outside page into our group, it'll post it on the events section. It's not. Anyway, this is coming up next Saturday, guys, and this is Meet the Divorced Offenders. This is a team of 7 women. I'm actually on the team. Yay. And we are a cost-effective approach to divorce. Each and every one of us will consult with you for free. We all do something different in terms of divorce. We all work together, but we all kind of stay in our lane, right? We have our specialty. For me, it's real estate. So I work with divorcing couples who have real estate assets. They need to figure out what to do with them. Who else do we have? We have Miranda in there. She is the one right next to me in the silver, and she really helps you get in touch with your own feelings, because sometimes we can get very out of touch with those when we're going through a transition of that caliber. So this is a chance to meet us all, guys, and that is coming up next Saturday. We had a little venue change. So if you saw the event a couple of weeks ago, it's actually moved from an in-person event to now a virtual event. So just get in touch with me if you want to connect with that. You still can. We still have some seats available. All right. Are you there?
I am here.
Sorry, I had to flip back to that screen. I was on a roll.
You were on a roll there, so I'm just like, I'll let her go.
Yeah, no kidding, right? I'm like, looking at the clock, and not that I don't love this show and I don't love being here with you guys, but I'm like playing beat the clock today, and that is just not always a fun game to play. So this next post is something that comes out every week. It's kind of like Sesame Street's, this episode is brought to you by the letter whatever. And this is our first letter name post. I don't have any better title for it. You get it. If your name starts with this letter, the letter of the week, then comment below. And if not, or I should say, if your name does not start with it, but you have a friend and her name does, you can also tag her. So it doesn't have to be the person with the name that comments themselves. You can be tagged as well, and that still works. And what happens here is every single comment. So how many do we have? We have 19 of them. Every single person that is either tagged or comments themselves gets put on a wheel. And we're about to spin the wheel right now to see who wins.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, also Skylar makes these wheels, and she does them the morning of our show. So if you want to tag a friend, make sure to just to be safe, do it the day before, because then it will not be on the wheel.
Good point.
Yes. Yep.
Good point. All right, let's spin it and see who wins it. And no music. Right. I have a button for music on my side. I should upload something. Is it Veronica? Veronica Fry.
Yay!
We know her.
Awesome. We sure do.
That's awesome. Congrats, Veronica.
All right.
All right. And same sort of deal here, guys. This is our welcome post. So this comes out every Tuesday, and all of these mamas are new to the group. They just joined within the last week. So if you see their names, if you see them commenting, wish them a warm welcome into the family, as we did here on this post. And just like what we did with the first letter name post. Again, the title just drives me crazy. I need to figure it out because it probably doesn't drive you guys as crazy as it drives me. But every time it comes out of my mouth, I'm like, that's just weird. So anyway, if you are on this list, if you are a new mama member, you automatically get put on the wheel for the week. And if you win it, then you get an entry onto the giveaway. And that's fun. So let's see who does it. Let's see who wins, I should say. Gosh, I feel like I need a whole other cup of coffee today. Sarah, I think, right? Yeah.
Sarah Torres.
Sarah Torres. Congratulations, Sarah. And guys, just one entry is all it takes on for the monthly giveaway, to be honest with you. We've had it happen before where a new mama gets onto the wheel. She gets one entry because when you get dropped into MOMnation, your head's spinning. You don't know what's going on in here yet, right? So she only has one entry onto the wheel. She ends up winning the giveaway. This has happened. #truth. I'm telling you right now. All right. So this is going to be announced next week, but I just want to let you guys all know that it's out there and you still have a little bit of time to either, again, comment a friend if your birthday is not in January, or if your birthday is in January, then comment on this post. Next week, we will have a wheel. Love our wheels. And we will choose a winner from this post that is going to be entered into next month's giveaway. So we kind of announced them both on the same day, which is why we can't put our January mamas in that same giveaway. Because like Sonia just told you, Skylar does all of the wheels before we get on the show so that we're prepared. And it would just be, it would be a nightmare to do it like on the fly like that. So So if you are a January birthday mama, make sure you comment below, or if you have a friend in the group or not in the group. I mean, if you know of somebody that should be in the group and their birthday's in January, then by all means tag them as well. And it might encourage them to go ahead and join. And we appreciate that. This is our top 10 list. These ladies either had the most comments, reactions, posts, or all three. And that's how they got on this list. This is not something that Sonia and I do. This is something that Facebook calculates for us. So we're not here just like, picking our favorites. Absolutely not. This is all based on your activity. So in the number 1 spot, we have Kelly New. Number 2, we have Ashley Parker. Number 3, we have Marissa Hall. Number 4, we have Daring Dopamine. Number 5, we have Marilyn Flower. Number 6, we have Christine Ruiz. Number 7, we have Alexa Rowland. Number 8, Miranda Ray. And number 9, we have Jody Slepsky. And coming in at number 10, Crystal Ann. Congratulations to our top 10 members. I see a couple of newbies on there. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all of your activity and support. So thank you guys. Did you get all those?
I sure did.
Awesome. All right. Did you watch this one? Watch, read? I don't know how to explain it.
No, I did. Another one I resonated with. By the way, I had a get together last night for Soraya's birthday, and I kind of resonated with your. It was one of those days where I'm like, leave everybody.
Yeah. With the hosting one.
Yeah, it just reminded me of it. And I'm like, because I resonated with all of them except for that one. Yesterday, I was just done. I love my family, but it was just one of those days. This one
can I ask you a question? And then sorry to interrupt you, but do you feel like having had the conversation, even though it was a short conversation, when we had that conversation about hosting and, seeing the post, did you kind of feel like it was easier to honor yourself and kind of let yourself off the hook for feeling like that?
I think I was just more aware of it. And then yesterday was it was a long day. And then, so I'm really hard on myself. And like yesterday, what Soraya asked for, my sister Christy, one of my sisters, makes like amazing chicken tacos, awesome chicken tacos. And I asked Soraya, what do you want me to make for dinner tomorrow? And she said, she calls her Titi. She's like, I want Titi's chicken tacos. And I'm like, oh, fine. And my sister does the same. She just goes and buys rotisserie chicken from Costco. She debones it, and then that's it. She just puts cheese on it, lettuce, tomato. I mean, and then she makes her own taco shells, and that's that's it. But me, I'm like, I'm gonna make my own chicken, and I'm not gonna just go buy a rotisserie. I'm gonna make my own. And then I found, instead of using my mom's Mexican rice recipe, I found this other like really good one that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this recipe, and I was all excited. Well, my chicken was dry as hell.
Oh
Like
no.
it was not good. I mean, I rehydrated it a little bit, so it tasted a little bit better. I just like tossed it in like chicken bouillon with butter and stuff, and it made it better. But my rice, I like burnt my rice. Like
Oh
it
no.
was not good, like inedible. Not even where you could just eat the top and just forget about the bottom. Like the whole thing tastes like burnt,
Burnt rice.
it was like, it was just like it was it was weird. And my sister Christy was trying to cheer me up, and I'm like, it just tastes
Oh.
horrible, we're not having rice. And then
Oh.
I was overstimulated by that. There was just so much stuff going around, and I had already had a long day with work. I started taking my last class. School started today. So
Mhm.
I'm doing real estate stuff. I was really busy. So I was busy with real estate stuff. I was busy with our construction company stuff. It was Soraya's birthday. I just started that class, and she like already gave a ton of homework. And then my food messed up. I was so overstimulated, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm done. Eat and leave. Eat and
Yeah.
leave. Like,
Yeah.
so it was a rough evening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that
Well,
was.
that's such a thank you for sharing all that, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And I am glad in a sense that having had that conversation prior to you having that particular evening you had, and you having seen that post, like I'm
Yeah.
glad that you were able to honor that and understand and be like, hey, yeah, I just need a break and kind of step back. And that's
Yeah.
really the point of these words of the week posts, which come out every Sunday, guys. This is me. I
Mhm.
write them. They come from my heart. It's something that I, either have had happen all week or all week. Sometimes it feels like all week. Either had happen, or I've been really thinking about something that's been hanging really heavy on my heart. And that particular week was pretty chock full of hosting. And
Yeah.
I decided to share kind of my inner thoughts and feelings on that, and how I have a hard time with hosting, to be honest with you. And so I'm
Yeah.
glad that that was helpful for you. This past week was, again, same thing, like something that
Mhm.
showed up in my life that I really wanted to talk about. It actually showed up in my life twice in 1 week in two different relationships. And it just started to make me think, like, do we lead with what we are wanting to get out of a
Mhm.
relationship, or do we lead with what we are willing to give and what those differences are? So if you guys didn't catch it, I highly recommend catching it. The reel is in our featured section. They get replaced every week, or over on our YouTube channel. We keep them there as well, and that is at MOMnation USA. There is a special playlist just for words of the week. I'd love to
Yeah.
know your feedback on these. So those of you who are willing to be vulnerable and comment and share about yourselves, great. If not, if you're not willing to do that, that's totally cool. I would love to know just what you think about it. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, and thank you, Miranda.
Yeah, no, this one was a really good one. I find myself battling with relationships, and it's not, I think the negative part goes on me, just because I have a very like, I don't want to blame it on my ADHD, but it kind of is. It's like if you don't see it, it's not there. And that's
Mm,
how it is with me with like with friends. I'll forget to text people, and it's not that I don't care, I don't think about it. I'll forget to text people and just like check in or say hi, or like I was talking to my sister-in-law the other day for my brother that lives in Las Cruces, and I was talking to her 'cause today is my nephew's birthday, and she was telling me about, she's like, "Oh, have you called your brother?" I said, "Oh, I text my man." She's like, "Oh, we'll try to give him a call." And I felt horrible because like I'm sometimes whenever I'm on the go, like texting is easier, and
yeah.
I don't call. So I'm like, shoot, I should probably call him. But that, or like going and doing things or things like that. But I always try to like, I'm never like on here. It's more like you're just like a taker instead of a giver. And
Right.
I'm very self-conscious about being that person, because I never want to take more than, I really don't want to take anything out of a relationship except for the friendship of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of relationships are, like you said, becoming transactional. And it's just very like a quid pro quo, like, what can I do for you? Tally systems. And I hate tally systems. Like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
like even for like babysitting, and this goes with my like with my sisters as well. Like and I love my sisters, but they do this thing like whenever I take care of their kids and they're like, oh, we owe you one. And I don't know why that irks me when they say it, because like, you don't owe me anything. Like, I just did it because then it makes me feel like if you watch my kids, then it makes feel like, you know what I mean? Like I owe you something. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to feel like that. Like that's not how relationships should be.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's really hard to, mostly nowadays with everything that's going on, to not have these like superficial friendships.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
difficult, but yeah, but communication is always key. Just talk to people if you're feeling a certain way, and know their love language. It's not just for like intimate relationships, like with
Right.
your husband or anything. It's really for friendships. Like, I like giving. That's how I show. And it's not like money could buy happiness or anything, but
Right.
like I will, like, if I'll see something that reminds me of something, I'm like, I'm just gonna buy that for them. And it's like, that's how I show. I'm just a giver like that. But
Mm-hmm.
you just have to know how your friends are and communicate if something's bothering you, and not have expectations, like how we talked about it on another, on another one of your words of the week. The
Yeah.
expectation is a big
The
thing.
expectations one. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
a big thing, where we expect somebody to behave a certain way, and then we react when they don't,
Mhm.
based on that expectation, right? And
Yeah.
so I love what Ashley had to say here.
Mhm.
I'm like that, Sonia, and my problem is I'm always on the go with the kids, but I want to check in on friends and family, but I can't. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we also have to be considerate of what other people might be going through, and not always think the negative all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I haven't heard from them because they don't like me or they don't care, or it's not always about us. What's going on in their life, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you, like, Connor has three best friends. He has three best friends, and they all, they all contribute something differently to his life. I don't remember the last time he hung out with one of his friends, or even had a maybe. One of them is now our client, and so we've talked more with him now because of his home buying experience. But other than that, they don't really talk at all. But they're all have the understanding that their lives are just busy. They're on different wavelengths, but they all love each other and care about each other. But they have the strongest friendship that I've ever known anybody to have, and they
Mm-hmm.
barely talk, but they know they don't have expectations. And once they pick up the phone, it's like nothing. Like, there's
Yeah,
nothing or anything. It's the weirdest thing, but like this, I mean, this is exactly how he lives. There's not, it's not transactional. There's no expectations. It's just pure friendship and love and care. And I
agreed.
think that's how friendship should be. I'm jealous.
Agreed. And I
So
think
I'm
I
like,
think I think guys are just approach it a little bit differently.
yeah,
Maybe we need like to talk to a guy and get
yeah,
their perspective on it. But I think that they do approach their relationships a bit differently, because I've recognized that in my husband's friendships as well. Same
yeah,
same deal. Like, there's never any, so and so hasn't called me for like 2 weeks. I've never heard that
yeah,
come out of his mouth. He doesn't. Never.
yeah, yeah,
So anyway, guys, hopefully
yep.
that resonates with you. My biggest thing for these is I really just want to open eyes. I want to open up conversation. I want to open minds. I want to offer somebody some support so that they feel like it is safe to honor themselves when they're feeling a certain way. Open up lines of communication. There's just so much feeling seen and heard, because you resonate with something. You're like, hey, man, I feel like that too. There's just
Mhm.
so that is my goal with these. So thank you to those of you out there that are interacting with them. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, we have a couple of podcast episodes to chat about, and then we are out of here, guys. So, little hint, hint, hint. Ooh, this is a long one. We need to read it. From Crystal Ann, I think I've come to learn what friends are there for what. Yeah, no kidding.
Mhm.
I have my lifelong best friend who is there for big things when it matters, and I have my book bestie that we text throughout the day. And then I have people who were present for a season and have faded out. And then the ones we just get out to book a coffee date 3 months out. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hi, Ash.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi. Yeah, totally, Crystal. Can relate with that for sure. So this is Erin. If you guys don't know who Erin is, she is the co-admin here in MOMnationAZ, and she does a weekly live in the group, just like this. And she talks about health and fitness. She's very, very focused on women in probably more my age range than Sonia's. I don't know. Sonia, I think you're getting closer to her age range that she works with.
I am. Getting closer.
You're getting there. I mean, I don't know how excited you are about that, but you're getting there. But Erin focuses on that perimenopausal phase that we are all doomed to experience. I am right smack in the middle of that. So I am who she speaks to. And she's great. I love Erin. I talk about her every single week. I just adore her. I adore how she presents the information. And as Sonia always says, how she doesn't make you feel like crap about yourself, which I think is awful giant. So this particular week, she is talking about stopping the tug of war and using anchors to beat stress. So how many of y'all are feeling stressed out there? Raise your hand, right? Like everybody just raised their hand. Yeah. So if this is something you think you can use even a little bit, I highly recommend checking her out. You can see her here in the group. If you're watching in the group, that is, you might be watching on our Facebook fan page, which she also is featured on Tuesday. You might be watching on our YouTube channel, which she is not only featured live on Tuesday, but she also has a playlist where all of her episodes live for the replay later whenever it's convenient for you. So if you want to connect with that, it is at MOMnationUSA. That's our YouTube handle. Do us a favor, if you guys really find value in what we do here, maybe you like to connect with this show because it catches you all up on what's going on, throughout the week. Maybe you like the giveaways. Maybe you think we're funny. I don't know. But if you find value in what we do here in MOMnation, you can easily show that to us. We're not asking for anything monetary, although if you want to buy us a cup of coffee, you totally can. But if just reach up and click subscribe on our YouTube channel at MOMnationUSA, we really appreciate that. And it definitely shows us that you find value in what we're doing here. So we thank you for doing that. And let's see what else we've got. Ooh. Speaking of the divorce defenders, this is one of our defenders, and her name is Tamra. She is a legal document preparation specialist, and she will help you. She comes in real handy when people are going through it, but it's an amicable situation. They know what they want the outcome to be. They're not arguing over anything. They kind of have it all figured out. Believe it or not, there are a lot of couples that do divorce that way. It's not, it doesn't always have to be, at each other's throats. In fact, the majority of clients that I work with are fairly civil to one another. So that's always nice to see. But that's when she comes in real handy. When you guys know what you want, you go in, get the documents completed. She does it all for such a significantly less of a fee than, if you were to go to an attorney. And I'm not saying attorneys are bad. Sometimes we need them, guys. They're very, very important in many circumstances. So that's not what I'm saying. But if you are a good candidate for Tamra, you're going to love Tamra. She's very, very experienced, great to talk to, free consultation. You can give her a call and ask her whatever questions. She's amazing. And she talks just a little bit about her service on this Live and Learn. So check her out. You know her, right?
I do, yeah. And I did all of my document prep, for all my child support, because I was never married, but like all my child support, like parenting time and all that stuff. And it can get the amount of, I wish I had somebody like her, because it got really complicated. And then they reject it. And I didn't get, at the time, for one of them, I was not getting along with him at all, but I couldn't afford a lawyer. And so, because they're so expensive. And so that's what I just I had to do all the documents myself, which cost me still quite a bit because it kept getting rejected because I'd forget something. So even if you're not getting on, but you want to represent yourself, or you're unable to afford the full attorney services, she could also help with that too, help you fill out everything so it doesn't keep on getting rejected. Because that's what happened to me, and it was annoying because there's so many like little nuances to it. I mean, it's a legal document, so
Exactly.
yeah.
100%. She's great. So
Yeah.
check her out if that's something that you're dealing with, or if you're like if you're maybe in Sonia's shoes, it's not a divorce, but it's a child support thing, or, whatever it is that pops up in your life that requires legal documents, definitely chat with her. She does quick claims too, by the way.
Oh,
good to know, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is really good to know. For anybody who doesn't know, a quick claim is just the transfer of one property to another person quickly. You just it's not like you're selling it to them, really. It's just you're handing a property over. It technically has to be for like $1, like some kind of consideration, but that's really cool.
Right. But I want to be clear. The proper title, even though it sounds like it, is not QUICK.
It's quicker than buying a home, but it is not like tomorrow you could just hand it over to somebody. Yes,
No. I mean the title of the it's QUIT, quit claim.
Like I'm gonna quit the game. Yes, sorry, I should have said it correctly. I'm like it is quit claim, but it sounds like quick when you say it fast. Yes,
correct. Yeah. And she's right. It is used to transfer a deed quickly, but it's not called a quick claim. Yeah. And I have talked to many a realtor in my career that has called it a quick claim.
Yeah,
which is funny. Yeah. Anyway, so she does those. PS, which I know we have a need for time and time again. So just so you know. Next up, and last but of course not least, big news came out, guys. I think I mentioned it last week or maybe the week before in the group. I don't remember, but the $200 billion mortgage bond purchase plan is underway, and it will be there's lots of talk out there for the positive effect on interest rates that this is going to have. So we went over it in detail in this week's Tip Tuesday. This is Real Estate Tip Tuesday, comes out every Tuesday. You can find this if you want to check out any of our previous tips, guys. We've got hundreds of these videos, and they're short. They're anywhere from about 3 to 7-ish minutes long. Over on our YouTube channel is the absolute best place to find it. It is at Team EvoAZ. That's our handle. Just scroll down a little ways on the homepage and you will see the Real Estate Tip Tuesday playlist, and that's all of them. I have broken some of them out into other playlists. Like, for example, there's a mortgage one with all of the mortgage programs. Some mortgage programs that people don't really know about, which I don't know why those don't get more traction, but okay. They're awesome programs too. So just look for that. If you're not sure what you're looking for, or if there's just way too many videos in there for you and it's too overwhelming, just message one of us and we'll help you out. But this one, this is big news, guys. It's big news. I also have a Tip Tuesday that is coming out, I think, next week, and it is going to be the rate forecast for 2026. So Ryan and I talk a bunch about that, which I know is really important to a lot of you out there who have been waiting for a little bit of relief in the rates in order to make a move. So it's coming.
Yep.
All right, that about does it, guys. We are at the end. This is the end. Is our last commenter Marilyn Flower? I think it is. Last commenter is my mama. All right. Man, I feel like that went by fast.
It did went by fast. Well, lately we've been doing like an hour. I saved all my commentary because I really wanted to talk about your words of the week. So I'm like, I'm just gonna say and then I could talk then because I really want. I liked that one. So.
I was like, are you still there?
I'm just like, I know we're trying to hurry it up, so that I'm like, I'll save all of my verbiage for that one. So yeah,
but you're the best. Well, thank you to my amazing co-host. Thank you guys all out there. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to MOMnation, where moms find real support, real connection, and real community. Founded in 2014 by Katie Holly Lambert, MOMnation started as a way to unite and empower moms. Now it's grown into a movement. Through vibrant communities, local events, and meaningful conversations, MOMnation helps moms grow, share, and thrive together. Listen to From the Heart, where we share inspirational stories, useful information, and discuss a variety of women-related topics. And check out Live and Learn, where moms just like you share helpful tips, tools, and real-life skills. Be part of something bigger. Visit www.momnation.com and follow us on social media, because motherhood is better when we do it together.